I'm Arnold Fields, Major General of the United States Marine Corps retired. I'm here in support of ConfLinks. I am a fellow of the National Academy of Public Administration, a congressionally chartered academy and think tank in Washington, D.C. And I am the conference chair of this event. And the subject, of course, is peacekeeping and stability links Africa, which means that if we concentrate on peacekeeping, and that will certainly lead to stability, and we will help to perhaps improve the unification of the African states, and also Africa in the greater global context as well.
The number of peacekeeping operations in the world is not decreasing, it's in fact increasing. But the budget from the UN, it's being debated on whether to increase it or whether even to decrease it. In terms of the future peacekeeping, you see, how to be cost effective and rapid reaction. How do you see it? What do you believe with the conference will contribute to that direction?
Yes, well, first off, in terms of budget, I think it's a global issue right now. Not only in terms of peacekeeping, but in terms of UN financing and all of the derivatives thereof. I do know, of course, that the United States has, I'm not here representing the United States, but I will say, as a United States citizen, that the United States has always supported the UN in considerable quantities, both in financial assets as well as personnel contributions. Just as the economic downturn has affected the world, so it has affected the United States of America too. So we just have to proceed with greater attention to economy and doing things better with perhaps fewer assets.
Can you explain us the main problem of the African conflict
I don't know the real answer to the main cause per se. In fact, there are probably a number of issues. One of the speakers today focused on governance as an element thereof, and I'm inclined to agree with that. And I'm not saying that there is a perfect government anywhere on the globe right now, but certainly there are improvements that can be made to all governments. And many of those improvements could be activated and put into place here in Africa.
Speaking of Africa specifically, Africa is dependent, peacekeeping projects are dependent on foreign aids and support. So how far do you think this would be sustainable for the continent, which is always facing security challenges? Do you see any alternative mechanism of funding that you suggest?
Well, I don't know the future. No one really knows that, to my knowledge. But just as the international community has supported Africa in the previous years through some of the greatest challenges that this continent has had to deal with, I think that the international community will continue to do so. But I also feel that Africa as a continent and the nations thereof will have to show their resolve that they're working to deal with the issues that plague the country and the continent at this time, all in security and governance as well as in development.
Developing nations tend to contribute the bulk of peacekeeping troops in conflict areas, but developed nations tend to finance the troop deployment. We don't see that much peacekeeping troops from developed nations with sophisticated weapons and sophisticated methods of peacekeeping and conflict resolution. Do you see in the future maybe countries like the US or those in Europe being active in peacekeeping operations more than just financing it?
Well, I don't envision necessarily. Once again, I don't know the future. I cannot speak for any of the respective governments. But I think right now we are experiencing a reluctance globally to engage militarily in activities, either of a peacekeeping nature or otherwise. So I think that idea is probably going to impose itself a bit upon the peacekeeping world. So I believe that the international community will compel nations who are challenged by peacekeeping needs to probably do a better job in their governance and all of those aspects of politics and humanity that cause the need for peacekeeping intervention in the first place.
Sir, can you share us the overall expectation of from this meeting, from this today's meeting?
Well, I would say the best thing that can come, one of the best things that can come from this is the fact that people with common interests are gathered at the same table and in the same room to discuss those issues, and the fact that this group represents a variety of expertise and certainly commitment. I believe that we can emerge from this a lot better than when we came, and we can take those ideas and perhaps even solutions back to our respective organizations and governments.
Thank you, sir.